Speaking about ideal world, for me as an architect, would be speaking about the cities. An ideal city would for me be a kind of mix of different ingredients, like mix of canals of Amsterdam, wide avenues of New York, mountains and lake and beaches of Rio de Janeiro, and grand ensembles and jardin and garden of Paris. Of course, it's a dream, but if you don't have a dream, you cannot see the future. For my generation, building was in the center of the focus, but also the physical appearance of the city. What I see with the new generation architects here in Amsterdam, they are far more focused on something which is not so material, which will be a kind of participation, which will be cradle to cradle, which will be circular economy, circular city. I think as what we tried to create at our generation, space of the equal opportunity of the city is now becoming something which is far less material, but it's a new space for equal opportunities.
As an architect, I have had a very important experience in my life. Being trained as a classical modernist, I used to design buildings and cities in the usual top-down way. In my long career, I have experienced that there is more to life than just this professional attitude in creating environments. I have experienced in designing cities the help and the contribution of a bottom-up influence, activity that comes even in the planning process to add to the richness of a city. A city is a very complex entity, maybe the most complex thing mankind has ever undertaken, and it is impossible to think this on the drawing board from one mind onward. So my experience is that it is very fruitful to work in larger teams using the energy of the end users of who you are designing for. In this case, the city dwellers that will be living there, working there. It is very interesting to find new combinations of process of working together to have this combined energy available to think up new strategies for our cities. Looking at the VNDH side in Moscow, actually you could argue that already there is a pattern, a microcosmos available that has all the backgrounds of the Soviet states' presence in that site. Already you can feel the energy from all those regions in those pavilions, and it's probably quite a good idea to try and revive those energies again, to open up these pavilions to one another and try to in a way communicate all those various socialities and nationalities to make them form interrelations and therefore have in that way the creation of a level playing field that you could call a step toward equal opportunities.
Each space has its own DNA. It is a combination of location and history. VDNH location is specific location. It is a legacy of collective achievement. Physically, it is a big space, well ordered, with the exhibition of collective cultural diversities. It is a realized utopia by a political option of that time. To make it sustainable, one should think about introducing of individuality. On the other hand, we should not ruin the DNA of the space, bigness and well order. This combination of two is a future, but we should not allow that the individual interest goes beyond the interest of the collective. But was actually DNA of the space itself. Combination of this rigidity of collective idea and individual freedom is a real challenge.